The story of Arethusa and Alpheus. Arethusa was a singularly beautiful nymph, daughter of Nereus and Doris. She was also the favorite of Diana, goddess of hunting and knowledge. Arethusa looked so beautiful that all men who set eyes upon her ended up desiring her. It was not long before Alpheus, son of the ocean god, fell in love with her. After a hunt, Arethusa, moving away from Diana, considered herself to bathe in a river. After a short time, however, the waters began to seethe in a strangely restless manner. This was the work of Alpheus, who was madly in love and decided to become a river, so he may find some consolation by wetting the limbs of the nymph and enjoying this way of her body. Afraid of the vortices, the nymph started to leave the water hurriedly. It was at that moment that Alpheus appeared in a human form, coming out of the river, shaking his thick blonde hair and appearing in all his lustful beauty. Arethusa tried to run to the river bank, understanding Alpheus' willingness to make her his own and violate her virginity. He pursued her and began to run too. When the nymph began to get tired of running, in a desperate plea she sought the help of Diana. "Transform me into water as far away as possible from here." Diana welcomed the call of Arethusa and allowed her to hide from Alpheus' view in a dense fog. She then turned into water spring far away from Greece. Diana saw an Ortygia, the perfect place for her beloved ward. Alpheus, desperate but not repentant, he reached out his arms to catch her, but swifter than a frightened deer, she fled down the valley, through deep ravines and grassy glades and rocky caverns underneath the hills, and out into the grassy meadows and across the plains of Elis, to the sounding sea. He asked for help to none other than Zeus, the great almighty Zeus, sensitive to loving relationships. And Alpheus followed, forgetful of everything but the fleeing vision. When at length he reached the sea, he looked back, and lo, he was no longer a huntsman, but a river doomed to meander forever among the scenes, for love of which he had forgotten his wife and his babe, and the duties of life. It was that Artemis answered his prayer. And men say that Arethusa the nymph was afterwards changed into a fountain, and that to this day, in the far-off island of Ortygia, the fountain gushes from the rocks in an unfailing crystal stream. But Orsilochus, the babe forgotten by his father, grew to manhood, and in course of time became the king of the seafaring people of Messene.